Hello everyone, Namaste. Welcome to my class. In this video, I am going to tell you about cell. So, what is cell? It is the fundamental structural, functional, and biological units of all living organisms. Inside each cell, there is a jelly like fluid called cytoplasma. The cell organelles suspended in this cytoplasma are proteins, nucleic acids, lipids, and so on. These are enclosed by a membrane. These cells act as a small factory for energy, growth, and repair. Coming to its exact definition, a cell is defined as the smallest basic unit of life that is responsible for all of life's processes. The study of cells from its basic structure to the functions of every cell organelle is called cell biology. Cells are complex lowest level of organization in every life form, and their components perform various functions in an organism. They are of different shapes and size, pretty much like bricks of the buildings. From organisms to organisms, the count of cells may vary. Cells may be made up of single cell, that is unicellular, or many cells, that is multicellular. Mycoplasms are the smallest known cells. Humans have more number of cells, consist of over 30 trillion cells. Coming to discovery of cells. Discovery of cells is one of the remarkable advancements in the field of science. It helps us know that all the organisms are made up of cells, and these cells help in carrying out various life processes. The structure and functions of cells helped us to understand life in a better way. So, who discovered these cells? Robert Hooke was the first biologist who discovered cell in 1665. Robert Hooke observed a piece of bottle cork under a compound microscope and noticed tiny structures that reminded him of small rooms. Consequently, he named these rooms as cells. However, his compound microscope had limited magnification, and hence he could not see any details in structure. Due to these limitations, Hooke concluded that these were non living entities. Later, Anton van Leeuwenhoek observed cells under another compound microscope with higher magnification. This time, he had noted that the cells exhibited some form of movement. As a result, Leeuwenhoek concluded that these microscopic entities were alive. Eventually, after a host of other observations, these entities were named as animalcules. In 1883, Robert Brown, a Scottish botanist, provided the very first insights into the cell structure. He was able to describe the nucleus present in the cells of orchid plant. Now coming to cell theory. Cell theory was proposed by two German scientists, Theodor Schwann and Matthias Schechtildin, during 1838 and 1839. The cell theory states that all living species on earth are made up of cells. A cell is the basic structural and fundamental unit of life. Later, Rudolf Virchow in 1855 found out that these cells arise from a pre-existing cells, that is division through division, mitosis, meiosis. A modern version of cell theory was eventually formulated, and it contains the following postulates. First one, the cell contains hereditary information, that it is a DNA which is passed from one cell to another cell during cell division. All these cells are basically same in chemical composition and metabolic activities. All basic chemical and physiological functions are carried out inside the cells, that is movement, digestion, etc. Last one is cell activity depends on the activities of subcellular structures within the cell, that is cell organelles, nucleus, plasma membrane. So let me brief some of the important characteristics of cells. But before that, those who are watching my channel for the first time, please do subscribe for more videos. Now coming back to characteristics of cells. Cells provide structure and support to the body of an organism. The cell interior is organized into different individual organelles surrounded by a separate membrane. The nucleus, which is a major organelle, holds genetic information necessary for reproduction and cell growth. Every cell has one nucleus and membrane-bound organelles in the cytoplasm. Mitochondria, a double membrane-bound organelle, is mainly responsible for energy transactions vital for all the cells which need to survive. Lysosomes digest unwanted materials in the cell. Endoplasmic reticulum plays a significant role in the internal organization of cell by synthesizing selective molecules and processing, directing and sorting them to their appropriate locations. Each cell organelles perform specialized functions to carry out life processes. Every organelle has a specific structure. A cell can replicate itself independently, hence they are known as building blocks of life. Coming to cellular functions, three major functions are described. These are energy production. Mitochondria convert nutrients into energy, that is ATPs. Growth and division. Cell divide into enable growth, repair tissues and replace old cells. Finally, protection. The cell wall and membrane protects against harmful elements. Based on the presence of nucleus and other membrane-bound cellular organelles, the cell is further classified into, as you know, prokaryotic cell, eukaryotic cell, bacterial cell, plant cell, and animal cells. Cell structure. Cells are composed of various cell organelles that perform certain specific functions to carry out life processes. The different cell organelles along with some principal functions are as follows. The nucleolus. It is the site of ribosome synthesis. Also, it is involved in controlling cellular activities and reproduction. Nuclear membrane. It protects the nucleus by forming a boundary between the nucleus and other cellular organelles. Chromosomes. They play a crucial role in determining sex of an individual. Each human cell contains 23 pairs of chromosomes. Endoplasmic reticulum. It is involved in the transportation of substances throughout the cell and also plays a primary role in the metabolism of carbohydrates, synthesis of lipids, steroids, and proteins. Golgi bodies. These are called as the cell's post office as it is involved in the transportation of materials within the cell. Ribosomes. Ribosomes are the protein synthesizers of the cell. Coming to mitochondria, it is called as powerhouse of the cell. It is called so because it produces ATP, the cell's energy currency. Lysosomes. It protects the cell by engulfing the foreign bodies entering the cell and help in cell renewal. Therefore, they are known as the cell's suicide bags. Chloroplast. These are the primary organelles for photosynthesis. It contains the pigment called chlorophyll. Vacuoles. Vacuoles store food, water, and other waste materials in the cell. So this is about basic details of the cell. If you want me to explain about any particular topic which will be helpful for your exams, please text me. So that is all for today. I hope you understand well. Any clarification, please text me. Thank you. See you in the next class.